Hey YouTube, how are you today? So this is my bench I've been working on today. I don't plan to finish it today, but this is where I started. I'm going to go over the things I think I did wrong. I've never really built anything before. I mean, you guys might have seen one of my previous videos where I built a fence out of plastic and scrap wood for my garden. But anyway, so I cut some birch down. Most of it with a handsaw, may I add. Yeah, so this is where I got so far, and I was told you're supposed to let it season, but I'd already planned to make this by a date, and so I want to meet that date, and in the future, if it turns out well, I can always season wood for the future. Maybe that's what I'll do. This is just birch I cut off my own property. So first problem I faced is I don't have much money, and I couldn't afford to buy super long screws, so I was unfortunately left with these screws in this size, which, I mean, comparison to my hand or whatever, to my finger, but it's still not long enough to go through it. The logs of wood and attach to the other ones. Even the smaller ones, it still was not far enough in that I felt comfortable. So my plan was to to drill holes and then put the screw in from there or whatever into the next piece of wood. Now I did it on the top part of the bench, thinking I'd just find a way to cover it up after, but I think it would have been smarter if I did it from the other side. It would have been a lot more measuring and making sure I was precise, but it would have been a lot prettier, and I wouldn't have to worry about trying to find a way to cover it up. I don't think it really matters to cover it up anyways. When you lay on it, it's still going to look the same. Despite how rugged it looks too, it doesn't feel that bad to lay on. Feels like laying on a bamboo bench. I don't know if any of you guys laid on one of those before. Now I do plan to put a third log right underneath here to also support it. And then I'm gonna raise it up about, I think it was 2 feet I planned to raise it. Maybe it was 3 feet, I forget. And wasn't sure exactly how I was going to get it, but maybe these thicker ones, I'll cut them off and place them underneath these 3 beams somehow. Like I'll have these 6 I'll have 6 of these type underneath or whatever, these supported pieces. So like 1 here, 1 there, 1 here, 1 there, and same 1 here, 1 there. So that'd be 6, and that would be its height. Now I'm not sure which side's gonna be the front or the back yet, but then I'll have another piece that'll probably look a lot similar to how this looks now, but not as high. And I'll run it up on the other side, attached to the back pieces, and that will be there for back support. And now those logs I'll make sure are much smaller. It doesn't need to support as much weight, and I want it to be lighter because it'll have less force holding it up. I think anyways. I don't know that much about building, to be honest. So, like I said, this is all a new experiment for me. I don't build anything or do very many manly activities. Right now this is all the wood I have prepped, so I'm going to have to prep some more wood for the future. Anyways, feel free to let me know what you think, or if you think I'm doing a terrible job, or if you have any advice. I'd prefer the advice over I'm doing a terrible job, but yeah, anyways, thank you, and bye.